So, I thought I might try something a little different. I have a guilty pleasure with, like, idle games, like, what is it? Adventure Capitalist, and, the other one, you know, things like that. Cookie clicker, essentially. Where it starts off where you push the button, and then you push the button, and then you push the button. But after a while, you can hire someone else to push the button. And so forth and so on, and, you know. It's a very dumb genre. This one is, Territory Idle. Which I've got a friend, the only friend I have on Steam who has ever played this game, and he's played 185 hours of it. And I've seen him play a lot of other clickers and idle games and stuff as well. So I thought I might check it out and see how we do. I have 100 wheat. Amber shop. Build, and yeah, see what the shop is. What is amber? I'm assuming this is, yeah, this is the real life money option. Let's build a wheat field. 60 wheat. Leaves me with 40. Hire a worker for 10 wheat. Getting 1 per second. Okay. Easy enough so far. What else we got? 500 wheat. 10,000 wheat and 10,000 wood. How do I get wood? So I need 500 wood to make the forest camp, but how do I get the wood in the first place? I'm not sure. I'm gonna start with the second wheat field, because that makes the most sense. And then I'll probably get all 4 of these as a wheat field initially, and then we'll see what it takes to get the upgrades going. Alright, as one would assume. 1 worker gives you 1 wheat, 2 workers give you 2 wheat. It's like math or something. And already we're at 4 per second. We're at 6 per second. And we're at 12 per second. Oh, interesting. You know, I'm not really sure how this one's gonna work, because I will not put money into this. No chance. I have 0 amber. And yeah, amber costs money, which you will not be receiving from me. We are at 400 wheat all of a sudden, so that's pretty exciting. Still 0 wood. Where do I get wood from? Oh, don't worry if you don't have wood yet. Find a way to get the gold? I don't necessarily understand what's happening so far, so I guess I'm just gonna upgrade the wheat some more, I guess. So we're at 40 wheat per second. And I'm still not super sure what else I can do, actually. Oh, fill all the tiles. Okay. Gotcha. You fill all the tiles, and now you can abdicate. You will get the gold for abdication. The amount of gold is based on your current income. Currently, I will get 4, I think. or 40. No, total income 40, compensation 4. Okay, gotcha. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. We're at 104 per second, which will give me 10 gold. So it looks like it's 1 gold for every 10 workers you have. I guess I'll add another 20. And we're at 120, which will give us 12 gold. Let's see what happens. Renounce the throne and get compensation. Yep. Now I've got gold, so I can buy some wood. Which I'm gonna need 500 wood. It's 50 for gold, for 1 gold. Oh, I can also buy a new tile too. Okay. Oh, good. Forest camp. Once I have 500 wheat, of course. Now, what makes these kind of games interesting isn't that the games are interesting so much as the fact that I enjoy them. If you know anything about me, I'm not super into our capitalist society we've built upon the backs of the broken. And yet, in a sense, these games are basically like an attempt at showing what a perfect capitalist world would look like. And I don't necessarily know why I seem to get enjoyment from these. I just kind of do. Which I mean, like, you know, you don't have to, not everything you enjoy has to make perfect sense. I think we can all agree on that. 1 wheat, 1 wheat, 1 wheat, 2 wheat, 2 wheat, 2 wheat. Okay, interesting. Oh, I got 5 amber for doing that. View by hold. Okay, there we go. Interesting. So, in these desperate times, I've I guess made a new drink, which, you know, as that the way that happens is usually, I've only got these things in my cabinet, so I'm gonna put them all together and see if it makes something I can tolerate or not. And I don't mean for that to sound so much as like, oh god, I need a drink, blah blah blah, alcoholism, so much as like, I miss the creativity that I was able to have in the before times, when I had like a fully stocked bar and I could make, I made tiki drinks for a while. If you know anything about making cocktails, tiki drinks are absurd, because they, your average tiki drink requires like 7 different ingredients, and some of those ingredients are custom-made syrups. And they're delicious, of course. And I think your average person probably doesn't think they're worth the effort. Because, like, it's a lot of work. But, if you've been on the channel for a while, you've seen my, my cooking series and my drinking series and all that stuff. I don't drink nearly as much anymore. Antidepressants are partially to blame for that, but both in the sense that they chemically make drinking a different experience, as well as I'm not as depressed. And I think I've spent a lot of my life, I guess, drinking as a form of self-medication, as wonderfully healthy as that sounds. But, yeah, so I wanted something, and I didn't have the ingredients for most things that I would usually make. Okay, for a while I didn't even have a simple syrup, so it was like, alright, here's a LaCroix, let's put some bourbon in it, I guess. It's honestly not a bad drink. A little bit of sugar definitely makes it a bit more palatable. But honestly, it's not too bad, especially if you've gotten used to just liquor. But this drink is interesting. I like it. It's not bad. I guess I'll be going for a farm next, I guess. It'll take a minute. So what I've been doing is throwing 3 ice cubes in a glass, just a rocks glass. Throwing in a splash of vanilla extract, like from baking, because I don't have any bitters right now because I gave that away as well. So, let me backtrack. I moved, and I got rid of my entire bar cart. I gave it to our neighbors, and I think they're still working on it. This has been like 6 months. I had a lot of things on there, but they were getting the hang of it, it sounds. And, you know, I like to give people enjoyment where I can. But, so a couple ice cubes, splash of vanilla extract, a little bit of water, and probably 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of white vermouth, or dry vermouth, and then about 2.5 ounces of bourbon. You know, I think I forgot the simple syrup this time. I made some simple syrup this last week, I think. But I think in the drink that I'm currently drinking, I think I forgot the syrup. So my bad. Whoops. Still not bad though. It's obviously not as sweet, but it's still pretty enjoyable. I haven't figured out what to name it, so I think I'm gonna add it into my cocktail app, which I think you can share recipes. I've made a couple of the Drinking with Walrus videos based off of drinks directly from that app, and it was kind of an advertisement for the app. Like, I had no connection to it, I just really liked it, and I I've talked to the devs a couple times, and they seem pretty chill. The Discord's really cool. There's a lot of people sharing their recipes and their just, you know, alcohol things. But I'm wondering if I can tweak it into something that makes perfect sense. Which, you know, nothing ever does make perfect sense, that is. Maybe I'll make a video. It's been a while. I haven't made any Drinking with Walrus videos since I moved. The environment's a little different. I don't feel as, I guess, comfortable drinking out in the open, so to speak. Which, I don't necessarily know why. It's not like, I'm pretty sure there won't be any, like, judgment or snide comments or anything, but I don't know. Just hasn't really, well, for one thing, it hasn't really felt like home. I moved in with my grandparents because, my partner was going to go to Japan in, April, I think. Roughly April. And then March happened. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, I don't know what you do for a living, but it's obviously involving burying your head in the dirt and not realizing we're in a global pandemic. It's not what I want to talk about, though. I think we've all had enough conversations about that. But, maybe I will. I don't know. I've got a nice kitchen and I've got some half-decent lights now. Definitely out of practice, though. Gotta buy some bitters. One of these days. Make a trip to a Bevmo or whatever. It's not a bad drink, though. As before that, I still had a little bit of Campari left, because of course I brought the Campari with me. So I was enjoying Negronis, I think. Yeah. The bourbon, Campari, and vermouth. It's a good drink. It's herbal, A little bitter at times. Not super sweet. But it's good. It's a good aperitif. Good pre-dinner beverage to whet the palate. So I think I've kind of come to terms with how I want to handle this channel. Because this channel's been around for years at this point. I never made it past 160 subscribers, not that that really means anything. Pretty sure only 6 of them are actual people at this point. But originally this thing, I set up the YouTube channel like 3 years before I ever uploaded anything to it. I had this big idea of the Mournful Walrus Network, or the Mournful Walrus Media Empire, or whatever, so I ended up getting a Mournful Walrus account on anything and everything immediately, including things that don't exist anymore, things that were never that used in the first place, like player.me, whatever the hell that is. But then a couple years ago it was around the time that Markiplier started getting really popular. I guess a little bit after that, when he started doing the first Five Nights at Freddy's videos. God, that seems like forever ago. It was before he was, back when he was still living with his mom. There was, I refer to it as like a Let's Play boom. It just seemed like everyone was trying to get in on it. And, I ended up, there's a little bit of a community, actually, on, like, Reddit and Twitter and stuff. I actually have some of my best friends from that. We all started, Let's Play channels, basically at the same time, and we all, supported each other and watched each other's videos and stuff, and it was a good time. It really was. Alright. Nope, 10,000, not 5,000. But, I think out of that group, I'm one of the last ones who still uploads videos at all. Not that they're all that much gaming related, except for recently. Like, for the last month and a half or 2 months, I've uploaded gaming videos, but before that it was like 2 years of random meme garbage, some of which I'm actually kind of proud of. Cooking videos, drinking videos, a couple songs that I ended up making before my free demo of a music making software expired. Which in theory I was going to buy the full thing afterwards because I had so much fun making those. But that was around the same time I lost my job, and then the pandemic happened, and I've been waiting on unemployment, to just anything from unemployment, since February. Let's see what this does. 6,000 wheat? Oh, jeez. I'm assuming this is a multiplier. Not a Markiplier, but a multiplier. I guess one of the things that kind of drew me to Territory Idol was that it's incredibly low impact. Like, I spend most of my time either clicking casually on the hire a worker button, or I'm just kind of staring at the screen waiting for a number to hit a certain number. And in these trying times, sometimes you just need something really low impact and kind of pointless to do, just to keep your mind off of things, you know? But it's not as, I guess, draining as, some of the other videos I've done lately, like the Mine Colonies series. It's a lot of fun. I actually really like that mod pack. Bam, let's see what this does. Yep, it doubled it. Farmer, 1 wheat from worker on wheat fields. But it doubled my my output. 80, 160. Oh. Yeah. Just getting there, I suppose. And this will give me 22 gold. Cost 10 for another placement. Just really the only thing I need at this point is just more tiles. So I guess I'll do one more farmer and see if it doubles it again or something. But like, it did. Awesome. Like, this would definitely be a stream if the internet was better out here, but I drop frames like an insane amount the couple times I've tried off this internet. So, here we are. Not that, I have too much of an audience on Twitch or anything at this point. Well, this is gonna take a second. And by that I mean a literal second. And now. Bam, 320 per second. Beautiful. I think that's another thing that draws me to these idling clicker games, is that it's a little bit of setup. Like, I've been doing this for about 25 minutes now, and the first, I don't know, 12 minutes was really slow going. I click the button, wait a second, click the button, wait a second. But now, at this point, it's like, bam, 4 times the amount I was doing before, and it feels, to reference memes of the internet, it's like a little blast of serotonin, getting some kind of reward or a feeling of doing something. I watched a movie last week, I think it was last week, called Dave Made a Maze. I'll put the trailer in somewhere. What if I can get away with putting it in this video a little bit? Maybe I can put it on screen in this corner or something. But it's a movie basically about this guy who hates his job and just wants to make something because he just wants to make something. He's not really in a position to make things in his life. Like, you know, you work at an office, you're not making anything. You're not leaving a mark on the world or anything like that. And I actually found that movie super relatable, because it's like midlife crisis kind of thing, miserable in life because nothing you do has any impact. Nothing is real after a while, you know? It's a pretty good movie. It was definitely it felt like a movie that would have been made like 10 years ago. Kind of in like the heart of the quirky pixie dream girl storylines kind of time. Like, another one of my favorite movies is The Science of Sleep. And it's just super fun. So much of that movie is like stop motion or cardboard sets. Also, Dave Made a Maze. Almost the entire movie's in cardboard with like some confetti and tinfoil and stuff. It's fantastic. Super genius. Like, I loved the ingenuity of it. Was fantastic. The movie story was fine, but the ingenuity was just incredibly impressive. So now I'm at 79 gold. That'll get me a few more tiles. You see, this is what I mean. It escalates really quickly. Exponential growth when it's something that you're in charge of, and it's a good thing, of course. Like, you know, a virus will most likely spread. Nope, not talking about that. My bad. Mold on a sandwich could exponentially spread. So, like, you've got 1 inch of bread, and then you've got 4 inches of bread, and then you've got 9 inches of bread. And just every instance of time, there's more mold on the bread. And this one is, and now I'm at 96 gold. I have 962 workers, quote unquote. Not that that means anything. What if I do one of these? 902. 913, okay. 924, neat. I think I'm gonna try to get 100 gold, and then I'll move on, I guess. This should do it, I think. 106, making 1,000 per second. And then we just kind of start over. But now I've got a bunch of gold, so I can do this. And I can do it again. Oh wait, no I can't, because now, it increases by 10, because math is hard. I didn't realize that 10 was the number that it was, and not a different number. Because like I said, math, it's hard. So let's do a wheat field. That is one annoying thing with this though, is that when you do start over, in this game at least, you start over like completely. In other ones, you'll start out with a multiplier from every time that you reset everything or something, which just kind of speeds along this initial part a little bit every time. Not that this takes that long in the first place, but... Oh right, I have to buy the wood every time too. Dang, I didn't realize that. Not that it costs that much. I just need more wheat. I could also just do that. So here's a fun question for the comment section. How many, and if you want to go into detail, what projects that you had either started or got really in depth in the planning to start and either gave up on, forgot about, or just never did anything with? Leave your works of shame in the comment section. I know I almost got started on like 3 different podcasts and then I didn't do anything with any of them. Big surprise there. Who hasn't, right? And I had an idea. I had 2 different ideas for video series, like analysis video series, kind of like Pushing Up Roses with her.
Hey everyone, Pushing Up Roses here, and welcome back to That Time on Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote videos, and now the X-Files and stuff. Although I think they've only done 1 X-Files video so far, but I mean, I'm always down for some X-Files. That's one thing that I haven't fallen off with, is I've been rewatching the entirety of the X-Files for the 4th time. Not the 4th time this quarantine, but the 4th time in general. It's a soothing show. Fairly relaxing. What do I need for a farm? 10,000? All right. At least the gold holds over. Oh, I can build a... Well, no I can't. I can almost build a quarry. Which I guess gives me access to new things to build, which is kind of neat. As neat as something like this gets. So I have 10 amber. I can do a 30-minute time lapse. Or double hero stats, but there's fighting in this game? That's bizarre. I mean, there's always something like that in these games, though. Something to overcome. But, one of the video series that I wanted to do was, like, going over bizarre shows from, like, the 80s and 90s. Like, the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids TV show is so bizarre. It is a wild time. Like, just look at the... I'm gonna read a couple of the episode synopsises real quick. Alright, I'm on the Wikipedia page for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show. We've got episodes. Let's just start with season 1, I guess. Also, like, as a kid, I don't think I ever realized that the dad isn't the dad from the movies. Which is weird looking at him now. Okay, so... Episode 1, Season 1, 1997. Honey, we've been swallowed by Grandpa. I'll let that sit on you for a second. Honey, we've been swallowed by Grandpa. So much potential for a video. The synopsis is Wayne, Diane, and Amy are accidentally shrunk to near microscopic size. Soon after, Grandpa Murdoch, played by Eugene Roach, drops by to pick up Nick for a fishing trip. Nick feigns illness to avoid going with him. He then leaves, but not before inadvertently swallowing his mini relatives, van and all. I realize now, this sounds basically like an episode of, oh god, what's that show called? Miss Frizzle. Magic School Bus. I'm pretty sure this was basically the Magic School Bus. Episode 2, Honey, the house is trying to kill us. Episode 4, Honey, we're stuck in the 70s. I feel like you can tell what the naming scheme is here. 5, Honey, I Shrunk the Science Dude. Wayne accidentally shrinks himself and his brother, Randy. I'm just going to stop there. Oh wait, no, actually I'm going to keep going. Randy, so Wayne accidentally shrinks himself and his brother, Randy, who find themselves in a little trouble when they are mistaken for McDonald's Happy Meal toys and brought home to a young boy who happens to be a fan of Randy's TV show, Randy Rude, the Science Dude, a parody of Bill Nye, the Science Guy. Big surprise. But one of my favorites is episode 3 of the first season. Just in name, I don't remember anything about it. I haven't watched the show in a long time. But it's Honey, I'm Haunted. Yeah, Honey, I'm Haunted. Wayne invents something that could make your vision perfect. So Nick tries it out and can see practically anything, even dead people. He befriends a quote-unquote friendly ghost who gets into Wayne's body, and Nick realizes that the ghost isn't all that good. So he along with Wayne attempt to get control of his body so they can get the ghost out. That's just cuckoo bananas. And there's 3 seasons of this. 22 episodes per season. What's the last episode? Episode 66. Honey, Whodunit. Huh. It was written by Peter Scolari, who plays the dad in the show. It was 2000. May 20th, 2000. Wayne writes a story in his lab about a detective who must solve a case that becomes extremely confusing. Some of the people look very familiar in his story. What kind of garbage synopsis is that? Absolute garbage. You know, I just remembered that there's a new Honey, I Shrunk the Whatever movie. I think it's on Disney Plus. I think it's a show, maybe? Oh, weird. There were 3, attractions at, what's it called? Universal Studios and stuff. Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. I remember that. I was there. I was there, Gandalf. I was there. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the movie set adventure where you're basically wandering around a large, I made a farm, wasn't I? A large, it's just the set. You're just on the set, basically. There's one for it's that one ride at Universal Studios where you're on the weird the weird little go-kart thingy. It's the go-kart tour, and you get attacked by a shark, and there's a couple movies I've never heard of that are big parts of the ride. But a lot of the rides at Universal Studios I just had no personal connection to. I've never seen Backdraft. I don't think I'm ever going to watch Backdraft. I have no interest in that. But that was a pretty cool attraction. There was real fire, and it taught me about fire. Don't open a door if there's a fire on the other side, because you could, guess what? Set off a backdraft. Everyone take a shot. You said the name. I guess I will. Yeah, now that I'm coming to the end of the glass, it needed a simple syrup. So let's just add in 2 bar spoons of simple syrup, and I think that'll cover it. It's getting a little harsh without it, though. I guess I'll make another farm. Won't take too long. Oh, I haven't even hired a farmer yet. Look at that. Look at how fast that is. It's amazing. It's like science. Bill Nye, the Science Dude. You know? I've been so annoyed with OBS lately. And that's OBS Streamlabs, not the standard OBS. I don't actually know what normal OBS looks like anymore. I haven't used that in years. But the Streamlabs one is, for the most part, really cool. It's got so many awesome features, and basically everything works. But I recorded 4 hours of the Mine Colonies series like 2 days ago, I think. And my audio channels were just reset to all at some point in time. So I had like 3 audio tracks. Normally it's everything, and then the voiceover, and then the game music, pure. So I can control levels and make things clean and maybe add spooky voice effects every now and then. Like this one, whoa. You know, garbage like that. But everything was set on the same levels, or on the same channels. So everything had the game music and my voice hard written. And that was so incredibly frustrating. And then I recorded another hour of a different one, the Against the Moon game, which I think that was a little while ago. And it was just so frustrating. It was like, why would you reset? How dare you? I'm personally offended. Why would you do that? And it really rustled my jimmies, you know? Because, like, if everything was as it should have been, I wouldn't have to worry about the volume of things. And I don't pay any attention to that. If I have my channel set, I can adjust the volumes of my voice, the volumes of the game separately after. But I can't if they're all the same. And oof, my jimmies, they've been so rustled. So rustled. But it's fine. Everything's fine. Not a big deal or whatever. Season 1, Episode 9. Honey, they call me the Space Cowboy. To return from a time trip from 1964 Colorado, the Selinskys must help an alien recover his spaceship from a ruthless gang who master the alien's weapons and defenses. Well, I guess it's a cowboy gang, which I guess is less interesting than if it was like a modern day gang. I don't know. It's weird, but that was the appeal, right? Episode 8, Honey, they're after me, Lucky Charms. Honestly, I think I like the names more than the episodes at this point. But Honey, they're after me, Lucky Charms. Wayne's invention succeeds in finding gold, a pot of doubloons claimed by a leprechaun, who puts a curse on the Selinskys until they hand it over. So they just ripped off the idea of the Leprechaun movies for a single episode of a 1997. I'm assuming this was Disney? What was this? What was this on? What channel was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show on? I have no idea, but it was distributed by Buena Vista, so whoever they dealt with a lot. And then there's just the idea of doing like video essays on movies and stuff, just, you know, in general. That's always been something I've been super big fan of, and like I've always really enjoyed watching them and stuff, but just because you like watching them doesn't mean you can write them, and I have no faith in my ability to write a script. Never have, probably never won't. But like there's so many interesting movies that a lot of people just never talk about because, I don't know, I think a lot of people, I don't ever expect to make money off of YouTube. Like, I think it was like 2 years ago they got rid of my monetization option because I didn't have enough subscribers. So that idea, I was monetized for a while. I made like $5 over 4 years, and that's fine. I don't care. That wasn't like I guess in theory it was a goal, but I never expected it to be a goal I could reach. Even still, like, there's like no chance. I don't think I'm that interesting, personally. But But you know, that's fine. I have other plans, I guess. Plans in the film world, yes. What's Rick Moranis been up to? Still Canadian, okay. Born Frederick Allen Rick Moranis. I really liked him in the Flintstones. I really like the Flintstone movies, you know? Like the Flintstones from 1994 and the Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas, which he wasn't in. He got replaced with one of the Baldwins. I think it was Steve Baldwin, I think. Which is fine. He did a pretty good job too. Like, they're both pretty good Barney Rubbles. But yeah, I like those movies. They're pretty good. But what's he been up to recently? I think he was involved with the Disney Plus show, maybe? I think it's a show. Oh yeah, he voiced Dark Helmet in an episode of The Goldbergs, which was just a wild jump out from nowhere. Like, hello? You haven't acted since 1997. Which, I mean, I super respect him for doing that. Because, like, he has a couple kids, and his wife died of cancer, I think, and so he quit acting so he could take care of his kids. Like, I super respect that. But then also, from that, he also developed some pretty bad agoraphobia. And that's not just me, like, guessing. He's actually put out a few musical albums. Let's see, the first one, I think it was in 2005, which, it was a country album. Rick Moranis, in 2005, released a country album that is heavily Jewish, because he's a very Jewish individual. And that's fantastic. I love it so much. He also put out a comedy album in 2013 titled My Mother's Brisket and Other Love Songs. And I get it. A good brisket. I get it. I absolutely get it. But, what's he been up to? Oh, okay. So, well, I guess he was in Brother Bear 1 and 2. I didn't know there was a directed DVD. That explains that. In 2006. But, it looks like he's got the TV show on, Disney Plus TV show on a streaming service, I guess, kinda, is called Shrunk. And he plays Wayne, once again, taking the reins back from Peter Scolari or whoever I said earlier. But there's like no information on it yet. It's still in pre-production, so they haven't started shooting or anything, but I guess he signed a contract, in theory, so that's something. And then, looks like in this year, he was in Prop Culture, whatever that is. And an afternoon with SCTV, which was actually like one of the first things he ever did. It was Second City Television, Canadian sketch comedy show that ran between 1976 and 1984. He was involved in 1980 to 81, and then 81 to 82 on the SCTV network, which I think it's the same thing. I'm not really sure, but it's a sketch comedy show, kind of like Saturday Night Live or something. Ernie. Turns out my cat wants to leave me. How rude. Ernie. But yeah, since I've been rambling about Rick Moranis and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, we're now at 230,000 wheat. So I guess I can I think I'll keep going. Just kind of hire a couple more workers here and there. 188. And 253, which will jump up a bit. 259, sure, good enough, whatever. Let's get our 500 wood. Get a forest camp. Oh, I need the wheat. So I'll buy a wheat field then. It's a good start. Suddenly Seymour. If you haven't seen the 1986 Little Shop of Horrors musical movie thing, it's fantastic. It's just amazing. Highly recommended. Probably buy one of these. Guess I'll go down now. 1,000. Roof. Le woof. But if you haven't seen the Flintstones live action movies, they're kind of a trip. They're actually really good. Like, the production was kind of amazing. And I think the people they got for the various cast members was pretty solid. So we've got, who do we got? Oh wow. They went through a lot of Fred Flintstones. John Candy, Jim Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, the Chevy Chase. That's the entire squad, isn't it? And then for Wilma, we almost had Gina Davis, which would have been amazing. Catherine O'Hara? Really? I could kind of see that, I guess. If you're unsure who Catherine O'Hara is, she was the mom in Beetlejuice. So Elizabeth Perkins won. I don't know what else she's been in, but she did a really good Wilma. Was Rosie O'Donnell as Betty in the first one? Yeah, because she nailed the giggle. Which, I mean, she did. Absolutely. I watched a lot of the Flintstones as a kid. On the Hanna-Barbera rerun channel, also known as Early Cartoon Network. Apparently Danny DeVito was offered the role of Barney, and I cannot picture that even a little bit. I have no idea what that would have looked like. Weird. Dun, 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 99 per second. I guess I'll up 1. So I get even 100. So when I make the farm, it'll be crazy. Absolutely nuts. Oh, I could make the quarry now. Maybe I will once I get the farm going. So I guess C-School and L, and I can never pronounce the names when I look at them.
I'm Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times. And I'm Gene Siskel, film critic of the Chicago Tribune.
But they gave the movie two down thumbs. And they both thought that the main storylines were a little too adult for a kid's film. Mind you, the storylines revolve around embezzlement, mother-in-law problems, and office politics and extramarital affairs. So, fair, but looking at what we, what kind of movies we make these days. Oh man. It got #1 worst movie of the year twice, and 3rd once, 5th once, and 10th worst once. All in different magazines. Washington Post, Miami New Times, New York Times, the Pantograph? I guess it's Illinois based. And Rolling Stones. Alright, time to get crazy with the farm. You guys remember the Critic? Was a TV show. I remember watching it on, I think it was FX, back in the day. Apparently it was originally put out on ABC. Only had 23 episodes, which wildly enough was 4 seasons. Wait, no, I misread that.
Hello?
Jay, this is your mother. Your father and I are taking you out of our will. We feel you already have enough money.
2 seasons,
Oh, yes.
okay.
And happy birthday.
But it followed Jay Sherman, who was a New York film critic. And the movie was just chock full of like movie parodies. And it mostly revolved around how much of a loser the main character was. And like, it's horrifying how much I could see a younger myself in Jay, or like how much of this show affected my like sense of humor as a kid, which is honestly horrifying. Looking at the show, because it's self-deprecation almost exclusively. There's barely anything else in it. But it had John Lovitz doing the voice of a pudgy, balding cartoon character. Let's see what we got for some pretty entertaining... So, yeah, like I said, almost everything was movie parodies that he was rating, like imaginary sequels. And we've got Apocalypse Now, Howard Stern's End, Honey, I Ate the Kids, which was supposed to be a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids / Silence of the Lambs situation. But as we all know, that was an episode of the TV show, of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids TV show. The Cockroach...
Eat lead, Rabbi. Sorry, that's not kosher.
All right. If you are a real rabbi, circumcise this child.
Ava Nagila, baby.
Because I love you people, I won't force you to watch the musical number. Well, maybe just a little.
Oh, weird. In 2001, they had 10 webisodes produced using Adobe Shockwave? I forgot about Shockwave, and they were broadcast on AtomFilms.com and Shockwave.com. That is wild. I forgot about Shockwave. I forgot it existed. One of my favorite parts from the show that I will forever quote for as long as I live, probably, was Jay Sherman, our titular main character, is falls in love with someone he's dating. I guess he doesn't date much in the show because he's a loser. That is his character. By definition, the character is loser. And he just kind of goes into a kind of an imaginary musical bit where he's dancing with his date in his living room, and it turns into Beauty and the Beast. But it's Beauty and King Dork, because earlier on in the episode, I guess his car was spray painted to say King Dork, because he's just a big loser dork. And the entire, well, not the entire song, but a good chunk of the Beauty and the Beast song is parodied as Beauty and King Dork. And there's a singing toilet, I think there's a plunger, and it's very good. And it ends with him, because he's imagining the whole thing, it ends with him just kind of whispering to himself,
Beauty and King Dork.
What did you say?
Huh? Oh, I said, how useful is the spork? You know, that spoon fork thing you get at Kentucky Fried Chicken? I covered that up pretty well.
and I will forever reference that. And I hate myself for it, but it's fine, because I don't care. Right? Does that make sense? No? Okay, that's fine. But yeah, you can watch most of it on YouTube, I think, of the Critic. So if you're curious about my weird ramblings, if you make it this far into the video, check it out. I'll probably put something about it in this video. It was not a pretty show, though. The animation was pretty gnarly, honestly. But yeah, it's kind of expected for a show about a loser in the 90s, I guess. I don't know. How useful is the spork? You know, that little fork spoon thing they get the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, that's amazing. Apparently, Alex Trebek of Jeopardy fame in episode 20, season 3 of The X-Files, played a guy who looked just like Alex Trebek. And he was one of the men in black. Oh, that's so good. Once you hit season 3 of the X-Men, the show gets really wild. One of my favorite moments happen post season 3. Okay, I'm so excited. I don't know what this does. Bam. Hire a mason. But I don't even keep the stone. I don't have anywhere to put it either. Well, this was stupid. Oh, stone buildings. You got a stone. Now you can build stone buildings, but you'll need a free tile. Well, of course I will. But this will give me not nearly enough gold to make me want to do that yet. So I... Oh, 3 amber. It's fine. Oh. Oh. 10 million stone to get myself an academy. Let me just build another farm. Oh, well, that's gonna take a second. Alright, go time. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Now I can get roughly 17 more farmers in a reasonable amount of time. These are pretty cheap. I got 18 stone. At one moment I had a stonemason. Alright, now I'm at 400, that's better. Although another tile is another 1,000. Unfortunately. But you know, as they say, Hakuna Matata means no reason to buy a stone. So there's a Hawaiian place nearby that I've only ordered from twice, but both times they're absolutely amazing because of course it was. And they've got like I think it's like a $13 2-meat combo thing with 2 scoops of rice and a scoop of the macaroni salad and 2 meats. But what I've come to learn, I haven't tried everything yet, but what I do know is that the lava chicken is absolutely phenomenal, and at this point I'm just getting double lava chicken. Oh my god, it's so good. So it's basically a breaded chicken cutlet, kind of like a chicken katsu situation, covered in some kind of sweet spicy sauce. I'm not exactly sure what the business is, but that's it. It's that, and you know, it's a Hawaiian place, so it's piled up. It is piled up. It's probably like, I don't know, maybe 2 chicken breasts worth. It's absolutely obscene, and I absolutely am in love with it. If I could survive, I would get that every other day. But I would die. I would absolutely die. A fat shell of a man. But it's there's a couple places just up the state, I think. I think they're all in California though. It's Home Style Hawaiian. Check it out. Good stuff. I'm just, while I'm waiting for my numbers to get to a certain point, I'm also on Reddit and I found of course I'm subscribed to r/food, because why wouldn't I be? And someone's like, hey, homemade Filipino breakfast. I'm like, oh, how dare you. I'm so upset. Because I could always eat. So at this point, I'm more hungry personality than I am anything else. Alright, I guess a few more, so I have a little bit of spending cash, I suppose. Now I'm at 1,035. Oh, wow, that's jumping up real nice. Real nice. Alright, looks like it's time to move it on up. Bazinga. Got myself a bunch of gold. Oh, interesting. There's in-game achievements that give you one of those little guys. I'm pretty sure I've gotten 10,000 wheat before, but maybe I never looked. Oh, okay, so that does change. So I've missed out on multiple ones of those. My bad. So, I have a feeling I'll be almost exclusively, probably, actually, exclusively, coming back to this game when I just want to rant, want to get a few things off my chest, want to talk into a void that looks like a bunch of squares that are labeled wheat and wood. Like this is some kind of Settlers of Catan game or something. I've got wood for your sheep. Yeah, I bet you do, bud. I bet you do. Disgusting. Fun game, though. But, I think this is actually fairly cathartic for me. I don't, I guess I don't have that many people to talk to at this point. The changing of friend groups over the years has left me a little barren, I suppose, of people to directly converse with the issues of life and of the day and such. Which also might explain why I've gotten back into the Let's Play business. I don't know, it's just kind of a way to do an expression, you know? Although I definitely, I do miss the times before we all knew about Cry's dirty little secrets. Back when we could like them. He was supposed to be special, you know? He was supposed to be the one. I always thought he, at least... So I've kind of come to the thoughts of Cryotic is a character, whereas Ryan is a person. And a person... Well, a person can be flawed, of course, but a person can also be garbage. But a character is all that a character is. There is nothing outside of what is the character, you know? Like, I guess you can go J.K. Rowling it up or whatever and decide that Dumbledore's gay and Dobby's a bottom or whatever after the fact, but I don't really think that means anything. I guess you could fill in the blanks later and write in your own things, but I don't know. I don't feel comfortable supporting him. God, I'm so torn though, because I guess, from my understanding, he is supporting two younger family members, just like financially, as far as I can tell, exclusively. Like, I think he lives with a younger nephew and a sister or a brother or something like that. So he is the source of income in the house. So not supporting the garbage person who he is also stopping support of children, I guess? I don't know. It's messy. But, yeah, I always thought Cryotic was, I don't know, different, special. I feel like everyone's more or less gone through this thought process as well. Just like, he just seemed better than most people. Most other, like, Let's Players and stuff like that. He always had a really good vibe, always seemed to be pretty respectful. It turns out to have just been like a total asshole and a hardcore manipulator. So, that sucks. I don't know, go check out Marshall Dyer. Dreyer? I forget. But I'll leave a link. I like their stuff. It's the closest thing I've found to kind of fill that Cryotic hole. I'm tired. This conversation always leaves me exhausted. Life usually leaves me exhausted. That's fine. That's just kind of where we are in the world right now. Everything is pretty tiring. But yeah, I think the territory idle, at least for now, these videos are going to become kind of my, I don't know, little vlog videos, kind of. What's the harm, right? especially when you're this deep into a video. No one's actually listening at this point, unless they find my voice soothing or something, which I would love for that to be the case. I'd love to be able to bring some people some enjoyment of some form. Kind of brings you back to the what's that movie called? Mike Makes a Maze? No, Dave Makes a Maze. Kind of brings you back to that conversation about how you just want to make something. You want to leave something behind when you're done, you know? It's really that whole same thing. Yeah. Just wish I had something to leave behind, you know? Well, I can always leave behind my Steam library with its 600 games or whatever. 600 games I never get around to playing. How many games do I have on Steam? 544. I have 544 games on Steam, 41 badges, 97 game cards? What the hell's a game card? Oh, right, the collectible card things. Gotcha. I own 332 DLC, and I've left 2 reviews. What reviews have I left? Oh, Dungeon Souls. And Plants vs. Zombies? Wow, 2012. 5.7 hours for Plants vs. Zombies Game of the Year edition, of course. And my review says, I was warned about how addictive it was, but I didn't listen, I didn't believe him. I should have. Dun dun dun. So stupid. And then, I should get back into Dungeon Souls. It's a good game. Kind of a dungeon crawler, shoot all the guys, roguelike business. Lots of explosions. I think I've got a couple of videos on it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. If I had better internet, this would be a stream. I feel like this would be something that I could do this on a semi-regular basis and have no one real watch. Maybe have someone just kind of sit in and listen, I guess. That'd be nice. Oh, I can make the quarry. Cool. Da-da-da. Let's see what I can do with stone stuff. Oh, right, it's really expensive. 5,000, 100,000. I can do the 5,000 one. That one seems easy enough to reach. Oh, I just need more stone. Oof. This 5,000 stone is going to take me a second. Oh, yeah, maybe I should learn to read. So, the temple gives way to rituals and religion. Rituals can speed up and automate hiring, so that would be kind of super useful. And the school gives you wheat fields, wood camps, and quarry improvements, so much like the farm does for the wheat field, the schools do for all 3. And, the academy hires a hero. I don't really know what that means. Cathedral unlocks relics and improves temples. Cool. Barely understand it, but it sounds pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, get another farm, I guess. As I don't think I'm gonna get enough stone on this, this load through to really make a lot of sense for me to do it, you know? I watched an interesting movie a month or 2 ago called The Car. That was a wild time. I actually do recommend that one. It was on I think it was, I want to say Netflix probably. There we go. The Car, 1977, directed by Elliot Silverstein. The film is set in a fictional Utah community of Santa Ynez, which is being terrorized by a mysterious black coupe that appears out of nowhere and begins running people down. After the car kills off the town sheriff, John Marley, it becomes the top of Captain Wade Parrott. Captain Wade Parent? His last name is Parent? Played by James Brolin, mind you, to stop the murderous driver. But, spoiler alert, there is no driver. And the car is either the devil or an alien. It wasn't made super clear. But it's actually like a good movie. It actually, it kept my attention. I was far more engaged than I was expecting to. I thought I was just putting on like some background garbage or something. But it was legitimately good. Definitely worth a watch. Yeah, Netflix. Currently, at least. THE space CAR. If you're familiar with Futurama, the episode of Bender becoming the Were car, definitely based off of this car, like design-wise, 100%. And honestly, kind of the story, sort of, like if you took the car from 1977 and crossed it with the Wolfman, you have Bender's Were car episode. As weird of a fusion as that is. Oh, and the wildest thing, so that was 1977. A sequel came out. The Car, Road to Revenge, came out last year. And I love it. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I'm ever going to see it. I don't think I care that much, unless it's on Netflix, so maybe I will. But The Car, Road to Revenge, 2019, directed by G.J. Eckenkampf? Yeah. But I love the first line of the synopsis. In a dilapidated cyberpunk city plagued by crime and corruption, an unscrupulous district attorney is savagely murdered and tossed out of a building onto his brand new car. And he becomes the revenge car. It sounds so stupid, but I'm into it, I think. I'm gonna check it out. Now that I know it's on Netflix, what's stopping me, you know? Not like I've got a busy schedule these days. Oh, I've got 21 seashells or whatever. That's, maybe that'll be worth my time. So I can do 6-hour time lapse for slightly more than I have. I guess we'll just do the basic one. Cool, I just made 19 million wheat. Oh, I got 14,000 stone. I could have made something, but this will give me the same amount of gold that I would have gotten before. That was a waste of time, wasn't it? Well, I could get rid of the farm and make the whatever else. It costs 3. So I think I can... Yeah, I can afford the temple. Let's see what that does. Train them... Oh, ritual. Pantheon. Wow. There's actually more stuff to this game than I thought. Yeah, let's train a monk. Oh, now I'm gaining faith? What do I use faith for? Okay, ritual cost 0 faith, duration 30 seconds. Ah, okay. So for 30 seconds, it'll automate hiring. Okay, so that'll cost 100, 300, 600, okay. I see how this works. And Pantheon. Okay. +1 wood per worker in forest camps. 10 times hiring speed for workers in the forest camp. And the forest camps don't require wood to be built. Do I keep the Pantheon if I reset? I feel like no. I think I'm just gonna leave this alone for now because I'm not really sure what's going down. plus 30 seconds to ritual duration and plus 3 to ritual automation. Oh, these cost 5,000, 15,000, 300,000, 5 million. Okay, there's a progress bar in there too. Cool. Doubles farm effect. That's pretty nice. So all I really want right now is the hiring. It's actually all I really need. Hiring's gotten a little slow. Which... Oh, heck. I can afford most of these actually now. Oh, I can do multiple ones too. Okay. Automate workers, 5 times worker hiring speed. And... I guess +1 monk every 15 seconds. This will cost me 600. Let's do it. Whoa. Okay. Alright, things have... Oh, yeah, we're going 45 seconds. Alright, so this got me into the 30s. These guys are up in the 60s. Unfortunately, the biggest drawback to this is that it'll always do the lowest cost one first, which will then drop down how much wheat you have. So unless the timer is longer than it takes to get enough for the next level, you're only doing the one thing at a time, essentially. Form previous ritual. Okay, cool. Now I've got 35 monks. Not that much more gold. I'm a little disappointed. Let's just do it again, I guess. Yeah, so I'm just getting more field workers, which is fine, because those are times 95 times 100. Or wait, no, not counting the monks. 30, 65. So each one is times 65, so I'm getting 12,500 per second right now. Yeah, alright. Cool. Once you hit the temple, things kind of ramp up pretty quick, don't they? Oh yeah, I got these things too. Oh, and it's more expensive every time too, which, you know, big surprise there. But I also have the money, so whatever. I guess I'll do extra wheat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Almost to $2,000, so that's pretty good. Though I need 10,000 to buy another tile, so this is... I guess I'm just saving gold at this point. 7 million to upgrade a monk. I think it's about time that I reset this one, I think, though. Gotten a little slow for me. Alright, let's do it. Oh, bonus for rituals plus 30%. I'm assuming I get an additional 30% when I... Or no. Well, I don't understand. Whatever. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Got 2,000 gold. That's pretty neat. Alright, I think we're done for the night. I'm tired. Save the game to your computer. This is a small reward, but mostly a safety measure. How else would this save? Whatever, that's fine. Bizarre, but fine. I've always been a little bit concerned. Not concerned, but I've wondered if any of these clickers There's like a key aspect of these clicking games and idle games is that it is on and it is idling. Especially with like this one, or ones like this where there's really nothing visually going on. If there's like a Bitcoin miner buried in the coding or something. Because like, I feel like that'd be pretty easy to do. I don't know how easy that is to hide though. But like, you have to leave this open for the game to continue. And there's not really much visual impact, so it's not really using your graphics card like at all. This looks like DOS almost. So like, I wonder how many times that's happened.